This is Steve Siebold, and I am really excited to announce that next week, June 29th through July 2nd, we're going to open membership to the Mental Toughness University coaching program for entrepreneurs and success coaches. This is the work I've been doing with major corporations, professional sports teams, Olympic athletes, etc., for the past 30 years. And I'm really excited to be bringing it to entrepreneurs and success coaches, or people that coach entrepreneurs, because I've been building businesses for the past 30 years. I've built 4 multi-million-dollar businesses from scratch and employed over 500 people during my career. I've also failed a lot as well, as every entrepreneur does. And I know what it takes to build, especially psychologically, through the laughter and people rejecting you, and people rejecting your offer and telling you should go back and get a job, and all the craziness that you encounter as someone building a business, someone trying to stake your claim. And so this program will feature the foundational work that we've done with all these huge corporations and these giant sports teams and all these franchises and all the people we've worked with. That they've paid millions of dollars for this training. And I'm really excited because I really always wanted to bring it to entrepreneurs, because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not a big corporate guy. And I never really could afford to, because it's hard for entrepreneurs to be able to afford a lot of money when they're building their businesses. And I know what that's like, because I've been doing it, like I said, for so long. So for $97 a month, $97 a month, you're going to be able to get the same training as Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, GlaxoSmithKline, Caterpillar Corporation, the Boston Celtics, the Florida Marlins, the Ohio State Buckeyes, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to get the same training. We're going to give you literally the same foundational video-based interactive online training that we give right now to this day, the biggest companies in the world, the biggest sales teams in the world, or some of the biggest sales teams in the world, and as well as all these sports teams. But in addition to the foundational training that you'll be doing every week, I'm also going to give you training on the inner workings of what it takes to become a $1 million entrepreneur. Now, maybe you don't want to become a $1 million entrepreneur. Maybe you just want to make $100,000 a year, or $200,000, or whatever it is. I always think in terms of $1 million entrepreneur. And maybe you want to become a multi-million-dollar entrepreneur. I don't know. But I'm going to be talking about doing training and doing coaching every week, group coaching, talking about the inner workings, the mindset, the belief system, the behaviors, the philosophies, all the psychological things, the tools, the attitudes, the things you need to succeed at the highest level. Hey, let's be honest. Most entrepreneurs fail. I mean, they fail one time and they're done, and they shrivel up and they run back to maybe a corporate job or some kind of job, and it's over. And that's it. They fail. And most of it, you guys, that I've experienced, at least, when people email me and call me and they read my books and they contact me in some way, and this happens every day, people, what did them in was not the business. It was the psychology. It was the lack of mental toughness. People beat them up too many times. They rejected them. Their spouse didn't support them. Their friends didn't support them. They just didn't have the psychological, emotional wherewithal to sustain long enough, their efforts long enough to build a business, because it always takes longer than you think as an entrepreneur. It always takes longer than you think to build. It costs more money than you think it's going to take. It takes more mental toughness than you ever thought you ever had. It takes more of everything in the beginning. Now, once you make it, well, that's a different story. Now you're living a life that most people only see in movies. It's a dream life. You get to do things that most people just fantasize about, because you've got the resources, the connections, and all those things to do things with that most people can only dream of. So that's great. But first of all, you have to make it. Now, you can do it two ways. You can do it on your own and slog through it, let's say, or you can speed the process. That's the reason I'm doing this. Not to teach you everything I know about mental toughness. It would take me 30 years to do that. Okay? What I want to do is speed your process of entrepreneurial success. And if you're coaching entrepreneurs, I want to show you what you need to teach them to really succeed at the 6 and 7 figure level. So it's really about speed. If you want to just build your business your own way and at your own speed, you can certainly do that. But a program like this will speed your success. There's no guarantees. It doesn't guarantee your success, but it gives you the psychological tools necessary to thrive when things get tough as an entrepreneur. And sooner or later, things always get tough as an entrepreneur. It's part of the deal. You own the business. You are the business in the beginning, and you're everything. And so you've got to be mentally tough. It's the skill that will make or break you in the business. Now, you have to have a good business opportunity, and I'm assuming that you do. Now, if you don't have a good business opportunity, become a member of the program, learn about entrepreneurship. We talk about how to select a business, how to look at the emotional keys that make a business work so you'll thrive through it, so you'll be tough enough to sustain your efforts long enough to make it. We talk about lots of things like that, but I don't have a business opportunity for you. But what I can do is once you have a business opportunity that's really solid, that you really care about and you want to thrive in, well, then I can show you how to do that. Because that's what I've been doing my whole life. And it's what I've been selling my whole life to, these organizations all over the world. So I'm really excited because I can give you the tools to help you speed your success. And I'm even more excited because we can do it for $97 a month. I mean, that's just, again, we've charged these companies, collectively tens of millions of dollars to do this training. That's why mental toughness training has always really been for celebrities or major corporations or big sports teams or Olympic athletes that have sponsors and people like that. And again, those are the people I've been training. I've had a lot of success in this area. I mean, with companies, we've helped companies raise sales by over $1 billion with this training. So it works. And honestly, it's way more important for you as an entrepreneur than it is for any corporate salesperson, because being an entrepreneur is way tougher than being a corporate employee. Way tougher. It's like going to the zoo or going to the jungle. The zoo is controlled. You know what's going on in the zoo. You know what your steps are. You know the culture. You know how it's going to work. There's cages. There's fences. There are protection mechanisms. As an entrepreneur, you're in the jungle, baby. You are out there on your own. And if you're a seasoned, jaded, skeptical, scarred entrepreneur, and you've got you've got the scars, the battle scars to prove it, then you know what I'm talking about. You're laughing right now because you've been through all this. You know what it's like. It's not an easy life, but it is a life where you can live your dreams. It just is. I mean, you can do things that are unbelievable. And but you got to be tough. You got to be mentally tough enough to hang in long enough to get good enough to make it at the end of the day. So it's more important to be mentally tough, way more important as an entrepreneur than it is as an employee. This is the one skill you really need. So this program is not going to be available until June 29th. We're only going to open it up for 4 days for membership, and then I'm closing it down. I only want a small group of people to work with. I want you to become a founding member. Anyone who joins on June 29th through July 2nd will become a founding member. You're going to get a discount on the monthly price to be a founding member. Why founding member? What does that mean? We're going to want your input. I want to hear what you think about this, how it's helping you. I want to help you succeed. I don't want to teach you everything I know about mental toughness. Again, that's not the point. It's not the point to bombard you with a bunch of content. Let me tell you something about becoming a millionaire as an entrepreneur. You don't need that much information. It's not about information. It's kind of like becoming successful financially. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to be a hedge fund manager on Wall Street, but you do need to know certain principles that are really important to grow wealth. And we're going to talk about some of those principles as well, because it really impacts you as an entrepreneur. It's a little bit separate topic. It'll be a side topic, but it's important. But my point is, you don't need to know everything I know about mental toughness. You need a certain amount of tools to help you sustain your efforts and your attitude and your firepower and your enthusiasm and your passion. You need certain mental toughness tools. If you're a coach, you need to coach these things with entrepreneurs. If you're not coaching mental toughness as a coach, if you're coaching entrepreneurs, you're missing the heart and soul of what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And so you probably know that if you're a coach, but I want to help you in your coaching as well with people. I can give you the tools because I've been doing it for 30 years successfully. And so I'm really excited because we're going to want your feedback. I want to hear how this is helping you succeed. We're going to do, it's video-based interactive online training. It's going to be audio-based as well. You're going to have transcripts of all the trainings. And every week we're going to do a group live Zoom call with the entire group. And we're going to talk about these concepts and how it's working for you in the field, building your business. What kind of commitment do you have to it? I recommend, if I get to coach you, I recommend that you spend between 30 minutes and 60 minutes a week doing mental toughness training of one kind or another. That's it. Not to exceed 60 minutes per week. That's it. Not a day, a week. Why? Why so little training? You need to go out and build your business. You can't be training all the time. You got to get in the jungle, baby. You got to get in the fight. I can prepare you for the fight. I literally cannot make you mentally tough. I can prepare you for the fight. The fight will make you mentally tough. But the preparation is no small thing, because you're going to encounter a level of rejection as an entrepreneur that you probably never encountered before. People are going to laugh. They're going to tell you can't do it. You're not smart enough. You're not tall enough. You're not skinny enough. You're not short enough. It just is what it is. It's I've never really understood why people act that way when people strike out on their own. You think they'd just be supportive, but a lot of times they're not. So what happens? You start to doubt yourself. You start to wake up at 3 a.m. because it usually the success doesn't come as fast as you want it to come. So you start waking up in the middle of the night thinking, can I really do this? Am I really capable? Am I smart enough? And maybe I don't have the education I need. Maybe maybe this isn't a great opportunity. You start to doubt yourself. And that's what most people do. And that's why 90+% of entrepreneurs fail. It's not the business that they fail at. They fail up here. This is the most important part of being an entrepreneur. It's not actually the business opportunity. That is important. But once you have a solid opportunity, whatever that may be, now it's a psychological battle. Now the question is, do you have the mental toughness to hang in long enough to get good enough to succeed? That's what this is all about. So if you want to accelerate your success, I encourage you to become a founding member of this program. This is going to be some of the greatest content and work and strategies that I've ever delivered in 30 plus years of my career. Why do I say that? Because I'm like you. I'm just down the road as an entrepreneur. But I'm just like you. I'm not a corporate employee. I was never a corporate employee. I've trained a bunch of them, but I never was one of them. I'm like you. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a small business person that's built these companies over the years, and you can do the same thing. Believe me, I'm no smarter than you. I just know how it works because I've done it for a long time. And so if you want to speed your success, become a founding member. You can't sign up right now. I just wanted to give you information about it, okay? And in the coming days, I'll have more information on this blog. And then on Monday, June 29th, I'm going to send you a link, if you're interested, with a webinar where you can go through. It's a pre-recorded webinar that I did that'll show you some of the concepts that we're going to be talking about in the coaching program. Then you'll have your chance to become a founding member of the coaching program. I really hope you'll do it, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And what if you doubled the speed of your success? What if you think it's going to take you 5 years to become a 7-figure earner in whatever you're doing, let's say? What if we could do it in 3 years or 2 years? Is it possible? Oh yeah, it's possible. Because mental toughness changes everything. It changes your behavior in every aspect of your business, because you're using psychological tools of the world's greatest performers, and they propel you. This is how Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan. These are how these great, Tom Brady, all these people, all things being equal, the difference in success is psychological. And that's what this is all about. So I'll wrap up here, but if you're interested, I'll look forward to hearing from you. Either comment or email me or something. I'll put you can comment on the blog, or stay tuned for more information about this. program. And I'll be talking a little bit. I'll have more video content for you later this week, but it will open for membership only from June 29th to July 2nd next week. And then we close it down for the rest of the year. This is only for founding members. So if you're interested, hang on tight. I'll have more information coming up from you. I appreciate you watching the blog. And man, I hope you decide to join us in this program. It's going to be dynamite. Have a good day.